Hello, my name is Bill Barberg, the president of Insight Formation, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you today the concept of strategy-aligned management and explaining the way that these concepts are key to excellent performance using the balanced scorecard methodology. Let's start with a little bit of the history of the balanced scorecard and how it's evolved over the last several years. Most of you may be familiar with the Harvard professor Robert Kaplan, who teamed up with David Norton and wrote a Harvard Business Review article in 1992 that introduced the concept of the balanced scorecard. At that time, most organizations were running their business and measuring things almost exclusively using financial reports and financial measures. And what Kaplan and Norton suggested was that it was much more effective to look at a scorecard that was balanced, and that would give you a much better picture of your organization's performance. That concept was really the start of nearly 20 years of evolution of the balanced scorecard methodology to go much beyond just a scorecard that's balanced. In the years following the original book, Kaplan and Norton have written 4 additional books, and these look at what organizations have done in strategy management in using these techniques to achieve breakthrough results. And it's really the concepts and the tools of the last 4 books that are the most powerful and that we'll be focusing on today. One of the first things to understand about the balanced scorecard is that the richer methodology is much, much more than about measurement and balance. In fact, one of the co-creators, Robert Kaplan, emphasized to a group of accountants in 2005 that they should not go on a hunt for the right key performance indicators. He said that's not the answer, and admitted that they didn't understand that in 1992. What he explained in another conference is that a successful balanced scorecard program starts with the recognition that it's not a metrics project. It's a change process. It's about how do we get from where we are today to where we want to be? How do we align our efforts? How do we work as a team? How do we apply our resources in the most efficient manner to implement our strategy? So we'll be talking about 3 generations of balanced scorecards today to really help you understand that evolution. The first generation, when the concept was originated, was really about balanced measurement. And what Kaplan and Norton introduced was 4 categories, often described and shown as 4 quadrants of measures that looked not only at the financial measures, but also measures from the perspective or viewpoint of the customer, measures about your internal processes, and measures about learning and growth. And that was a big step forward, and it really helped organizations better understand their performance. And it also introduced the concept of leading and lagging indicators. And many organizations found this to be very valuable. Generation 2, after about the first 4 or 5 years, was really characterized by the rise in prominence of strategic objectives and strategy maps. And it was carefully defined objectives that became really the stars of the show, not the measure. And the perspectives shifted from being categories or quadrants to being layers that defined a cause and effect logic of how strategy could be executed. And that there were links between those objectives that showed cause and effect. And as those were put together, you'd end up with a strategy map that was a single-page view of how your strategy could be implemented. Another key part of the second generation of the balanced scorecard was including strategic initiatives or projects that are done to help close the gap from current performance to desired performance. So adding in the objectives and initiatives really characterized the second generation. Over the last 5 years, there's been the emergence of a third generation, which has really improved practices around strategy management. And in third generation, you'll see the importance of things like strategic themes and theme teams, which can link departments and break down silos, and also cascading of objectives to help align the rest of the organization. And the focus is on managing change, overcoming obstacles, engaging people in teamwork, not just having better measurement and communication. Strategy management has also matured with concepts like the Office of Strategy Management, or the OSM, or Strategy Expenditures Budget, and other ways to align operations, operational planning, operational management, risk management, and other things with strategy. As this methodology has evolved, there's also been the rise of a new type of software, strategy management systems. If you have a first-generation balanced scorecard that focuses on measures, the tools for operational dashboards can meet the needs fairly well. But if you move into the advanced management practices and all the things in Generation 2 and Generation 3, there was the need for different capabilities, and that's given rise to this new category of software called strategy management systems.